Good morning, people of planet Earth. This is Andrew Ferris, reporting to you for the first time from the far side of the breach in human continuity. It is now 11 o'clock in the morning. Do you know where your children are? Good morning, planet Earth. This is Andrew Ferris, reporting to you for the first time, for the very first time, from the far side of the breach in human continuity. From the far side of the breach in human continuity. I still do not know whether it's daylight or dark. That is a choice that is up to the peoples of the planet as a whole, not me. I'm simply a storyteller sharing what it is I see from this side of the inflection point we're in at the moment. My first address today, amazingly enough, my very first address today is a public service announcement to the people who do not need sunscreen, to the Cubs, specifically to the Cubs of Birmingham. Let me say it again, more plainly this time, so that those of us lacking ears, heart, or spine might not miss these truths. You are descendants of lion-hearted civic leaders, visionaries, revolutionaries, and bridge builders who just 60 years ago were hunted like rabid dogs and executed. Were hunted like rabid dogs and executed, not for violence, not for power, but because they dared to love too loudly, dared to organize across racial lines, dared to march instead of riot, dared to dream of liberation. And then, 40 years ago, not one full lifetime, because your communities were still too strong to conquer, the government of these United States of America launched upon your mothers and your fathers both a sustained chemical warfare campaign against your civilian populace and a legislative assault upon the familial structures of your communities. Because your civilian infrastructure still could not be toppled. The death of multiple civic leaders and an onslaught of crack cocaine and your civilian infrastructures still could not be toppled. That's not the right way to say that. It's got to be redone. Jesus Christ. And you today, are their living legacy. You are the sons and daughters, the grandsons and granddaughters of the Lions of Birmingham. So I ask you, I fucking beg you from one American to another, please find the crowns. Fred, Martin, Rosa, Malcolm, Medgar, and so many of your elders forged for you from the chains of segregation, from the fire hoses of Birmingham, from the Jim Crow laws meant to keep your people tiny, before you come and ask me for 200-year-old reparations. Because you have already inherited something far greater. Peace in your feet, iron in your spine. The fucking blueprint of social change that was so dangerous, that was so effective, that it had to be exterminated through assassination, surveillance, and psychological warfare waged upon your neighborhoods, your families, and your fucking futures. Respectfully, Andrew Ferris. With love. The first thing I would want to say is that I stand and I live under a flag of no quarter inverted as the ultimate symbol of human peace to the edge of my own death. I do not believe for a moment that we need violence to affect the change that is in front of us. I absolutely do not believe that at all. I believe that our civic leaders, especially our civic leaders from the 60s, the ones that were assassinated specifically because they were building cross-racial constructs that were effective. I believe that those men and women gave us the blueprint that renders violence unnecessary. And that is what the flag of no quarter inverted is. It is in honor of the men and women who showed me the shape of what this particular construct, this extractive, manipulative, exploitative construct, is afraid of. And it flies inverted because the field on which that knowledge is built is a field of total erasure. Almost every single person that I have used to find the shape of this construct, not this construct, the plan, the overarching plan, the majority of them were assassinated, systemically discredited, or systemically discredited. They were specifically targeted. Or some of them had world-changing technology that they knew that if it got out, if people understood what it was, that they would be targeted. We're at a place in human history right now where the things that we need to move forward have been attacked so systemically, so cleanly, that we are left with no excuse. The things, the institutions, the people, the organizations that continually, repeatedly get attacked, the things that you have an inherent terror of. For some reason, there's an inherent rush of emotion when that subject or that person or that entity comes up. Those are the exact places that we now need to turn and walk into, humbly, especially as Americans, humbly. And by and large, I suggest you shut the fuck up when you get there, because I'm pretty positive that there is zero people on this fucking planet that want to hear an American speak. So if you have the courage to turn into those places, please also do so with the humility and some semblance of understanding of the damage that has been done under our flag, using our labors, using our exploits. An incredible amount of damage has been done to this world. And we have political leaders who are facing a known inflection point. We are facing fuckery on a level that I cannot even believe could be possible. I wish I could say something else to you people. I really do. To everybody. I wish I could. I wish I had some other truth to tell you, but I do not. We as a human species are facing a fuckery. We are facing fuckery on a level that is unprecedented. And yet, at the same time, I'm telling you that we also have the greatest chance for restoration, the greatest chance for the evolvement of the human species, the greatest chance for a bloodless revolution that we have ever seen in the course of the human species that I am aware of. We have the people planetarily who understand the gravity of this. There are people in every corner of this world who understand the gravity of where we're at as a species. We have nearly instantaneous communications. We have operators who have built constructs inside of artificial intelligence based upon first principles that scale from the micro to the macro. And most of all, we have a generation, a cusp generation, that is just fucking defiant enough to rise in peaceable protest against the extraction of our mothers and our fathers. I cannot say that what we're facing will be easy. I can tell you that we will be provoked. People will try to provoke responses from us. And above all else, that cannot happen. Whatever happens from here forward must happen in what would be defensible as a court of law in any external court that we could be placed into. Let me say that one more time, because this is incredibly important. You absolutely must deny provocation. You must, because whatever we do has to be defensible in any court of law on this planet outside of our borders. It's time. These men and women have and are committing crimes as we speak, and it is time that they are held accountable. And nowhere in history can you find me an example of bad men or bad women or humans who are doing bad things giving up that power to do those bad things voluntarily.